us apart again. Love, love will tear us apart again. I guess I'm no good at doing internet memes and such. I'll just stick to models, I suppose. I was thinking I might rename my channel the Mediocre Modeler. You know, because a lot of people, they have their channel names as like the super expert, super duper guru expert model person guy or something. And I'm really not that good. So I was thinking maybe just calling myself the Mediocre Modeler because it has that alliteration with the M's and such. Yeah, maybe so. So the images I just provided you were some video I took of when I was at my in-laws' place. August in Japan is the season for Obon, which is the middle of August. The traditional is just like, you know, families get together. It's kind of like how families get together at Thanksgiving in America, in the United States, but it's not an officially recognized holiday. But at the same time, a lot of places they will give you like a bunch of, depending on where you work. Like for example, I get like 5 days off, so I could use that 5 days, like the bonus days, summer vacation, to use for the entire Obon week. We didn't stay there the whole time, but spent about 4 nights or so at the in-laws' place, and I got to do a bit of modeling and such. That was really fun. So traditionally, the belief is that like the spirits of your ancestors will come to visit during that time, and so people will make these decorations of like, what is it? The eggplant horse is like the spirits will come in with that, and then the cucumber horse they leave, or is it a horse? Maybe one is a horse and the other one is like a mule or something. I don't know. So anyhow, people will make these weird little, you know, like a eggplant with like a chopsticks for legs and such. It's kind of interesting little decorations that they make, and just, you know, people will just get together and, you know, have a good time with family.
Just hanging out with the family, having ourselves a party. Just hanging out with the family, having ourselves a party.
Yeah, I love that movie. So, before I get started, I want to talk about someone in the YouTube modeling community has had a bit of a setback. His room was broken into, his apartment, and they stole like $4,000 worth of stuff, like his air compressor, his airbrush. They stole his computer, which had gigabytes and gigabytes full of, I think they were My Little Pony / Star Trek Next Generation fanfics, maybe. But he has no way of doing videos because they had his camera and all that kind of stuff was taken away. So I have mentioned the poor bastard's guide to modeling, who is now, he was forced to rename his channel to the Poor Guy's Guide to Modeling. So he has started a GoFundMe, so I will provide the link in the description of this video for that. So if you want to help out a fellow modeler, just give him what you can. Yeah, so he's subletting a room, and his roommate didn't think it was necessary to pay for renter's insurance, and so his roommate's stuff is fine, but you know, my friend, bunch of his stuff got stolen. So, yeah, I guess his roommate's TV was like bolted to the wall or something or other. So I don't know what's all going on, but yeah. So he's got a bunch of medical bills he's paying off as well, and on top of that, he had this break-in and he had a bunch of his stuff stolen. So he's really upset about that. So if you can, please donate what you can, and so that's the public service announcement. So, it's been a nice summer. It's been like, we've had some really hot days. We've had some really, really nice weather, actually. The typhoons, the last typhoon that came in really cooled off the weather here, at least the part of Japan where I live in. The weekend before last, we didn't even use any, or was it last weekend? Yeah, I think it was last weekend. We didn't even use air conditioning for about 4 days or so. 4 or 5 days. It was really nice. So, but yeah, it's been, what, about a month and a half or so since I uploaded the last video. I've got a whole lot of stuff to share with you. If you've seen the video I put up of the Wonder Festival in Chiba, that was at the end of July. That was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to record a whole lot, but then again, I was meeting people I used to work with, and so yeah, I've gotten to know some people in the modeling industry, and it was a good time. Got to meet the Bandai rep again, who I had a really nice conversation with a year ago, and I got to see the new 1000 scale blockade runner. It's like I got to hold it in my hands. That was a really cool experience. And it's just really cool because this was one of the things that we had talked about. We mentioned about the Bandai B-Wing, which actually, incidentally, I just got. It just came out. It was yesterday, which was Friday the 24th is when this was released. So I was really happy about that. And talked about doing droids, and those are coming out as well. So it was really cool to talk with him and also get to see the fruits of our conversation. So anyhow, let me show you the stuff that I've been purchasing recently. First up are these neat, super duper neat bottles of Tamiya lacquer paints. For the longest time, they've only had those rattle cans, and they are pretty darn good paints. The problem is that people, you can decant them and such, but they are slowly releasing these in glass jars. So all you would need is just your trusty lacquer thinner. And actually, they have another version of lacquer thinner with their leveling agent, and that's also nice. Maybe I should get a bottle of that just for the heck of it. All right, I don't have that many of these colors so far. As you may know by watching my videos, I use a lot of the GSI Crayo's Mr. Color lacquers primarily. So there's not a whole lot of sense in just duplicating the same colors in Tamiya's. However, Tamiya does make some other great lacquer paints that you don't get in GSI Crayo's, and vice versa. So these are LP, which is lacquer paint. That's how these are numbered here. So first up is gunmetal, LP 19. Light gunmetal, LP 20. That's nice to have, variations to mix it up with, different stuff and things. LP 36 and 37, this is dark ghost gray and light ghost gray. And last is LP 38, flat aluminum. They're slowly releasing these in batches. And like racing blue and mica blue, those are now available in paint jars. That's really great. So yeah, super duper neat. Okay, I was in Tokyo for the the Wonder Festival, wonderful Summer Wonder Festival. Yeah. And I decided to try some of this stuff. This is Vallejo Model Air Metallic. This is silver. I was told that this stuff smells like candy. I don't smell candy, but maybe I have to airbrush it. This stuff loads directly into your airbrush, and I've been wanting to try this out for a while. I know people in Europe, this company's in Barcelona, Spain, and, whatever. I've heard good things about these paints and lots of bad things about these paints. Apparently their Vallejo primer sucks, but I don't know. I know a guy who used some Model Air, and it just, even after he gave it plenty of time to dry, it just wiped right off with his finger. So I just got one color just for the heck of it, just to see what it's like. I got some of these little injector pipettes. I figured I might use some more of these. Minetech, this is Mineshima, which is located in Niigata Prefecture, north from where I live. But yeah, I had some other ones and they're getting old, and I'll probably be running out of those pretty quickly. I got this. Oh, by the way, this is the stuff I got at the Volks store. Let me point this up here. Oh my gosh, this is the Vehicle Collection Death Star. Very nice. I got some other stuff like those wave sanding sticks, these things. And I brought my nippers with me. So I just built this in my hotel, and I didn't have my tripod with me, so I didn't bother filming it. I just took some pictures, and I did post some pictures of this on my Tumblr account. So if I forget to include the link down below in the video description, just go to my main YouTube channel, and there are links to a whole bunch of stuff, like my Twitter account, all my different accounts, like Flickr, Photo Bucket, and of course Tumblr. This is so cool. I didn't think I was gonna care much about this, but this is the Death Star 2, which is a far more interesting subject than the first Death Star. That old AMT Death Star was just a stupid ball, and it really wasn't accurate, and it was just, the detail on it really sucked. This, however, it looks just totally cool. And look at that. I mean, like with the holes in here, this is so cool looking. Dorobo Hige did a fantastic job with this, doing fiber optics, and he had like about 60 or 70 different fiber optics. This is really cool how it just kind of, bridges out like that into nothing. And this just kind of sticks up. This is so freaking cool, man. Really great detail going on in here, and all of this down below here. Now, somebody did mention, and I didn't notice this until after he mentioned it, but like down in here, it's pretty flat and boring. There's no detail going on in here at all. I don't know if the studio model is like that or what. I don't know, but I don't know. Anyhow, this is not painted, obviously. This is just, I haven't done try to fill in any of the seam lines or anything, but this is so cool. This really is cool. Now, there is a special set that comes with this and Star Destroyer, and that's great and all, but I already have a Star Destroyer, and I have the clear Star Destroyer, which you saw in the previous month's update. Next, I got some Hasegawa liquid mask. This is a paint masking liquid. Thought I'd give this a try and see how it feels, as opposed to the Kreos Mr. Masking liquid, whatever it's called. Yeah, Mr. Masking solution. Yeah. And I got this also at Volks. Actually, I got this at Yodobashi, as you can maybe read, if you read Japanese or not. This is at Volks. This is putty. Now, it says colored putty, but I just got white. I just got white putty. I didn't feel the need to get any of these other colors. But let's take a look. Let's open this up. I have not opened this up yet. Come on, you little guy. There we are. Oh, isn't this cute? So it's got this in here, the silica gel. They say not to eat it, but it's so delicious. I can't stop. I'm kidding. Don't do that. It's stupid. Maybe this is the cap. Oh yeah. See, look at that. You would like activate it like that to pop it open, and then there you go, huh? Maybe this is how it's supposed to screw down, I guess. But yeah, I figured I can get in here or do like really fine point puttying with this and just squeeze it out. Isn't that great? I think it's great. Yeah, neat. I also got this at the Volks store. This is Zoke Mura, which is Volks, same company. Right there. Zoke Mura spatula. Yeah, it's what the professionals use. That's what it says. Oh my gosh, it's, you want to be like a pro, you want to sculpt like a pro, well, you buy this or else, or you suck. Okay, that's it. No choice, man. Let's get this out. Oh man, this feels nice. So yeah, I can pick my teeth with this. I can do some home dentistry. And I can use this for sculpting and stuff. And I figured I need this because there's been a few times when I wished I had something like this. And now I do. Isn't that great? I think it is. Now, Wonder Festival. Model casting. Now, I think in my previous video I had mentioned that it was, what video was it? I think maybe it was in the last Battlestar Galactica that I did. This is model casting. In that video I had mentioned it was guided notes, but I was mistaken. Model casting, this is called Shade Black, and this is specially formulated for light blocking. So I'm going to be using this on my light blocking ventures. That would be good. That would be really nice. Let's see what else we got. I didn't really get very much. I did pick up a couple of those clear cast Star Destroyers, and I'm going to give those to a couple of guys I know. People were selling those without the magazine, and I got them for a fairly decent price. But I'm definitely keeping one for myself. Sent one to my friend Gary, and I got a couple others. So I think I might make those a surprise for some people I know. And actually, one of them is I'm going to send it to. And you don't need to know that. Anyhow, I picked this up, and you saw this maybe in the video if you watched my coverage of the event. But this is the Starfighter from Crusher Joe. I got this, and actually, this is the second one I own. Oh my gosh, why would you own two of them? What the hell? Well, you know what? This is why. You can build one as the blue one, which Joe flies, or the red one, which Elfine flies. Now, the decals, I have those taped in my window. So, there you go. And because the decals have, it comes with decals for either with the number 1 or the number 2. So, I figured maybe I can just build them simultaneously. That would be swanky. Now, I bought something I found, so Odyssey Slipways. He's done stuff for the Star Destroyer, the old AMT Star Destroyer, and yes, I am continuing to put money into that thing. I don't know why, but you know, whatever. I figured I'm gonna support the guys. Odyssey Slipways, he might be hanging up his hat, I guess. I don't know if he's gonna be doing anything more or not, but it seemed that a lot of the 3D printing has put him, you know, put his sales down. But I did get this. This is the dorsal detail set number 2 for the Star Destroyer. And I have the first one right here. And, you know, this is the other crap that I have for it. You know, this is the, also by Odyssey Slipways. This is the hanger underneath. I got the bridge domes, and they've fallen out. This is actually not Odyssey. This is by another company. I think Odyssey made his own, though. And I got these parts here from, oh man, these are all sticking together. This is from Shapeways. So like this is that antenna, that radar array, or whatever the hell it is. And the bridge face. And I have the engine bells, also from Odyssey Slipways. So I'd like to get started on this, but you know, I have so many other different projects going on right now. So, what else? Oh my gosh, it is August. So, first Friday of August. Oh, you know what? Hold on. This is something else I got. I'm sorry if I'm jerking you back and forth. I'm like, you know, watch my videos and get whiplash. Oh, where's my pointer outer? I'll just grab another one. This is Decal Fixer by HiQ Parts. I figured I might be able to use this for old decals, like maybe those Crusher Joe decals. If they don't work right, I might have to resort to calling them Dickles in that case. I really don't know what happened to my other stir stick. It was just here. Oh, it fell on the floor. I found it. Yep. There it is. Alright, now, what was I saying? Yes, it is August. First weekend of August, this became available. Oh my gosh. Oh yes. So, those of you who have been following my videos for a long time now, you may possibly remember I did the 24th scale, I think it was a 69 Mitsubishi Colt Gallant. And that kit was by Doyusha, and it was a old, kind of a real poopy model. Didn't care for it, and it didn't have any decals at all, so it didn't have the stripes here. I did do the far superior kit, which was the what is it? The 32nd scale by RDE, and I think that was a 72 Gallant. This is the 1971 version. Let's take a look inside. This is brand new by Hasegawa. This is the Historic Car Series number 28. Beautiful. And this is what you get here. That is nice. That is nice. Alright, let's take a look. Now, it gives you decals for, you get 2 options. Look at this. Look at this. There, the Colt Gallant, which first went on sale in December 1969, was the first in Mitsubishi's Gallant series. This new style car was designed to meet the needs of a new era in Japan's culture, which saw a rapid increase in the country's highway infrastructure, as well as a new emphasis on leisure and recreation activities in Japanese people's lives. Alright. So this is the GTO MR. Yep. And here are the painting instructions. So what it says here is the color A, which is number 59. Of course, this is in Mr. Colors. Number 59 is orange. And number 4 is yellow. So orange 60% and then yellow 40%. Alright. Oh my. So it's like a 2/3 ratio of yellow to orange, and you get this, what they call Kenya orange. Interesting name. Kenya orange. And it also says what the decals you may use for the stripes here. What does it say? Body color is rocky white. You would paint that as number 1, which is just plain white apparently. So you have a different choice in the pinstripes. I guess I'll show you that later. This is, instructions, whatever. So here you get the color, this orange color that the model is cast in. Model cast in, get it? Gosh, they kill me. Clear parts, yay. Now let's look at the chrome parts. Good. Now you know what? Let's look at the decals. And then we'll look at the other things first. So this apparently is some floor mats. If you paint it white, you're going to use these orangish side decals. Now I'm not going to use the orange though. This Kenyan orange. Not really. I don't know. I painted the other ones with this camel yellow color, and this is pretty darn nice. And this matches what the other Colt Gallants were painted as. This is like, comparing this to. And by the way, Tamiya has not yet made this in a bottle, unfortunately. Like this is like brand new. I've never even used this yet. This is just straight yellow, and this is camel yellow. I really like that. It's just got just a hint of orange, I think. I like that color better than this, a lot orangier Kenyan orange. If you so desire, you may use this Gallant license plate, or this is pretty cool. Look at that. This is like kind of silvery. I like that. These are the decals. I don't know where this maybe goes to, but we'll find out later. Got the Gallant. This is so cool, man. See, this is the thing that really kind of sucked about the RE kit, is that it didn't have any real decals, and that was really disappointing, unfortunately. But maybe if I really felt like it, I could maybe scan these and shrink them down to 32nd scale and use this on if I wanted to make another RDE kit. So it really was nice. That 32nd scale RDE kit was really nice. Here you have your Shotcut, which is the vehicle safety inspections, and then you got this looks like anti-theft device decal that goes in the back window. And yeah, this is really neat stuff. This is what, if you live in Japan, or if you've been here, you know what these stickers are, because you see these a lot. So you got this Gallant, and I never like using these, like these showroom kind of license plates. I think they're boring. I like really used kind of a car. Like this is you got your Shinagawa, which is in Tokyo. Or Okasaki. Okasaki is where? Where is that? I think it's in Saitama Prefecture. I think. Okasaki. I can't remember. Anyhow, you may cut up these and make your own custom license plate. Bad ass. Okay, I like doing that. That is really neat. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. This is great, man. This is really cool. What else you got here? You know, let's go ahead and open up the bag. I'm totally doing this in case of a zombie apocalypse and the economy crashes and Bill Maher is happy and everybody's starving in the street, and then suddenly, you know, I need to sell all my plastic models because, you know, somehow I can sell those at that time. I wouldn't be able to get very much money off of them. Oh my gosh, what's this? Something fell. Something fell. Something fell. What is this? Something just came off. Oh, is this a part? Or is that just an injection thingy? Maybe that's just an injection thingy. Well, okay, so here are your chrome parts. Chrome parts. Not bad. You know, I think I like these. I think I'll just... yeah. It's such a hassle to redo these. I did do that Molotov, which is pretty darn nice, but, you know, this is actually shinier, so... yeah. Okay. Couldn't tell you where that part fell off of. Maybe it's not a part. Oh, you know what? I think it was this part here. Which is that's okay, because that's just an injection. Sorry, I'll stop ranting. You got your bucket seats. I like saying bucket. That's a cool word. Bucket. There you go. Duplicate runners. Yep. Oh my gosh, that's cool. I bet you there's a decal for that. Where it says Galant right there. That's great. You got the back seats. That's fantastic. You know what? I think that's like the... yeah. This is like the back part for this. Okay. Slinky neato. Yeah. Parking brake. Gear shift. There you go. Just like any other car, I guess. Nice tires. I don't see it. Maybe these are just generic tires. I don't see any company name on them. Yeah. Here's the rest. Yeah, don't like the orange color so much. It's alright, I suppose, but... huh. Well, there you have it. Neat stuff. Alright, I'll get some other crap to show you. Hold on. Another model I got recently was the Mobius Battlestar Galactica Colonial Viper. Of course, this is the original series. I'm not interested in the remake at all. Actually, the remake, the only design that I really liked of the remake was the updated version of the Pegasus. Because everything else was just, especially the Cylons. The Cylons, the Raiders and the Base Star, they look like hood ornaments. Just didn't care for those whatsoever. The Viper Mark II looked okay, like a little bit updated version of this ship, and then the Mark III, I thought, or whatever it was just didn't care for it whatsoever. So yeah, I'm not a fan of the new show at all. So that said, I got this, and because I've been buying stuff for friends and such, and I was slowly saving up money in my PayPal account, and I bought this from HDA Model Works, and I got the corresponding photo etch as well with this kit. So I think there have been much better unboxings that I'm capable of doing, but let me just show you a little bit anyways. I have shown before, I have the Revell. Okay, now it said that the Mobius one is superior. I think it has superior molding as far as details go. Like, for example, for example, I'm not sure if this is really accurate here, as opposed to the detail here. But overall, I guess that the Mobius one is better. Like for example, the Revell has these rings around the engine, the intakes here, the cowling that goes around there. It's not on here. So this is actually accurate here. So the molding, as I said, is definitely better on the Mobius kit. The Revell has very faint, very faint panel lines. They're raised panel lines, but because they're really not that highly detailed, I think it would be no problem to rescribe them. The Revell is more or less the same size as the new Mobius one. In some ways, I don't know if it's accurate or not, but I kind of like the detail better on some of the moldings, like right here, for example. And let me find another example, like the gray is the Revell, and the beige color is the Mobius. Okay, so let me find the corresponding part here somewhere. Alright, here we are. So here, like you can see, it's got like these nuts that go around there. It's actually a little bit deeper here than over here. And you see the same three nuts are here as well, but they're not as detailed. And this is not as deep here. So this looks nicer than this, I guess. This is just, I don't know, which is accurate. I don't know. You have some detailing here, whereas it's not here. And I kind of like the piping and such more than here, but you know, whatever. I couldn't tell you which one is more accurate. So, yeah, sure, the Mobius one has nice crisp panel lines and such. However, there are some issues with the Revell kit that I believe they do a better job. The pilot figure, while I believe the helmet on the Mobius one might be more accurate, I kind of like the sharper detail on the Revell figure better. And if I may find the helmet, like this is the Revell helmet, the head, pilot's head, and this is the helmet for the Mobius. So better proportions. The head on this one is a little bit bigger. The head is kind of small on this one. It's a little bit small, so I'm not sure if I like that or not. But anyhow, yeah, there you have it. The one thing that the Mobius has is this runner here. Landing gears. The Revell does not have landing gears. That's great. The cockpit tubs. I think that the detail on the Mobius one is better, but like I kind of like the idea that Revell was a little bit more forward thinking about lighting, and they have this as a clear part here for the main view screen, and it's more or less the same, I guess, but I really appreciate the fact that Revell was thinking about people who are going to be lighting kits. And when I first bought this kit at the time, like what, 10 years ago or more, I was thinking there's no way I'm going to, you know, ever light a model kit. That's just too difficult. I'll never be able to do that. And here I am. I'm slowly, you know, learning that kind of stuff. So, you know, definitely a plus for the cutout here. The decals. Let me show you the decals. This is all you get with the Mobius kit. The Revell decals, however, are way better. Way better. Now, see, look. This is like, for example, the view screen. So you just get this. You get some stupid triangles and crap. View screen on this one is way cooler looking. And of course, you'd put this over the clear part. Okay. Here you have the badges that go on the jackets of the pilot figures. You don't get that with the Mobius. You only get that with the Revell. You also get this, like, for example, this is the Galactica, and this is the Pegasus flight squadrons here. You got these Cylon kill marks here. You got the Cylon emblem, the pentagram, or the pentagon, not a pentagram. That's Satan. Satan. And even though this wasn't in the show at all, it's cool they have this detail, and they also got the names here. So for the Silver Star, I'm sorry, Silver Spar Squadron, you get Bojay and Athena. And I don't know who Green Bean is, but you got Starbuck, Apollo, Sheba, and Jolly for the Galactica fighters. Oh, and there's Boomer and Starbuck. Yeah. So that is really cool. I do like the decals. So I'm going to build both of these, of course. And what I'd like to do is first start on the Revell one first, and I'm definitely going to be using the unused decals. Like, maybe I'll do like a Bojay first. Yeah, Athena, you know, they don't have the female pilots. Starship Modeler had some female pilots, but they're sold out. You know, they had some resin female pilots. But yeah, I'm not going to do Athena, unfortunately, but because girls have boobs. One really cool thing that I noticed is not on the Mobius is you got these leg computers. This is really cool. So they actually have, like, if you look at the pilot here, one leg is kind of smooth. And by the way, this is like Apollo, because I guess Richard Hatch was he's left-handed, and then, you know, Starbuck would have his gun on his right. Anyhow, you have like this this flattened out area here where the leg computer goes, and I looked at some props, and these are made out of like sharp you know, calculators from the 70s, and they had two of them strapped together, and it glowed here. This would be really cool to try to, you know, clear cast this. And what I'd like to do is drill a hole into his leg here, and then have like a feed like an SMD going in through here, and be able to make that glow. Also, try to clear cast this guy's helmet here. Just have a warm SMD, maybe kind of dip it in yellow a little bit to make it a little bit yellower, and have the helmet light up. That would be pretty cool, I think. So anyhow, that's mostly all I can think of at the top of my head. So it's kind of a toss-up. You know, again, detailing, panel lines and such are better on the Mobius, and I'm told that the landing gears are not really that accurate, but it's cool that they have them on there nevertheless. But there are some details that Revell did better on the their 30th anniversary kit. So heck, you know, buy both. I imagine you can probably get the the Colonial Viper and the Silent Raider, I guess, fairly cheaply. I don't think those have gone up in price. The only one of the Revell, the repops from the 35th anniversary that you don't see is the Silent Baystar, unfortunately, because that was a really, really great model. Oh well. So, yeah, neat stuff, huh? Here's a package I received from Poor Bastard's Guide to Modeling. Although he's had to change his name to Poor Guy's Guide to Modeling, and because of YouTube, they don't like using the word bastard. Right? Bastard! Bastard! YouTube bastard! Censorship bastard. So yeah, it's Guy's Guide. It kind of like, you know, kind of makes you sound funny when you say Guy's Guide. Poor Guy's Guide. It's kind of like, you know, stop making fun of the way I talk. You remind me of my mom. Shut up. Okay, what do we got here? He said he was going to send me a dead raccoon. But, you know, it's like, dude, I already have plenty. How many dead raccoons do you need, you know? Oh my gosh. Hey. Oh gosh. These are the Bandai LED thingies. Oh my gosh. And there's no batteries, though. Mustn't put batteries in the mail. Mustn't put batteries in the mail. And always be sure to specify no batteries when you're sending electronics and crap, and like for customs, at least in the United States. I don't know about other countries, but United States and Japan definitely. I don't know what kind of batteries those use. It is a mystery. But yeah, neat, huh? Little cute little Bandai. Oh, it says right here, LR41. These are 1.5 volts each. Making 3 volts. 3, count them, 3 volts. This is written correspondence. I'm not sure if you're gonna. Yeah, he's yeah, you don't need to read that. It's just between him and me and stuff. Alright, what do we got here? What do you got for me, Rick Astley? Oh, okay, cool. He copied this. He photocopied it or whatever. Actually, I think this is original. Yeah, he needs me to get a ejection seat from the helicopter model. Yeah, but that's something I'm gonna get for him. And by the way, you know, if you guys know me and you know all that, if you need parts from Japan, like model parts, you can hit me up. I can help you. I always offer to help people. Oh my gosh. So, he sent me a package. It's a girl. It's like a girl. And her name is Lily, and she's 1/7 scale, which is a bit odd, but you know, whatevs. From, I think he said, yeah, she is from, oh, it comes with eye decals. Tekken. Here's all the parts. Isn't that nice? And eye decals. He sent me a resin figure. Because he's like, you know, I'm always building these soft vinyl figures, and he's like, dude, you're stupid. Because resin's better, and neener, or something like that. And oh, I think I know what this is. Yeah, he showed this in a video actually, if I remember right. And then oh, okay, yeah, that's like technical manuals and crap, I think, on that thumb drive. It's not porn. Here she is. Oh, this is what she looks like. She's all badass. She's like, yeah, I'm pretty much badass. Oh my gosh. That's cool looking, man. That's so cool. I wonder where the eye decals are. I sure hope they're in here somewhere. Wow, lots of parts. Let's take a look at the take a look at the sculpting. So he got this from GK Model, I think, and they are one of the better resin casters. And this feels nice. And it's all the little frills, lots of frilly frills on her. And like, what is going on here? She's got like booby tits. Oh, you know what? Oh, this is clever. Okay, yeah. So you can like paint her flesh tone, right? And then she's got like this. Okay, her boobs are gonna be somewhere else, I think. But you can paint them separately, and then like attach those thingies. I'm pretty sure. Look at the ass. Oh my, that's a nice buttocks there. So here it is, butt ass. Oh my gosh, this is going to be pretty easy to paint. Actually, they've engineered this pretty well. You can paint this separately and then attach her leg, and you can't even see anything. So you got like, yeah, very nice. Man, this is gonna be like, boom. It just like, you know, builds itself really. Jeez. Nice runny. I wonder, so here's her belly button here. And I think this is like forearm, legs, and body. Forearm, arms, and torso. Oh, you know what, I have to cut that off. But yeah, it's gonna fit in like that. So this is great. You just paint the flesh. And then here's her face. That's nice. That's nice. And the decals go on her eyeballs. Eyeballs everywhere. And I don't see any decals for the eyes yet, though. I don't know where they could be. Oh wait, I think I see them. I think I see them in this little box, this little bag here. Oh. Yeah. They only give you 2 eyes. Other ones, they give you like at least a few in case you really mess up or something, but these are pretty darn neat looking. Neato mosquito. She's like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? Thank you! Poor guy's guide to modeling. So many intricate parts, you know? And, oh, okay, so here's her boobies. Baby tits. Babies. Babies. And then, yeah, here we go. So, like, wait, where's her? Like this. So, obviously, I'm going to have to cut off the injection parts here, but see, like, it kind of cups over her boobs. Her magnificent boobies. And then, nope, yeah, here we go. It goes on that one. And then this one goes here. Delicious. And then from here, like there's a little notch you see in the middle. See that? There's a notch. And then I think the bow goes there. But yeah, I see like that. And you can peek down her top and say, "Oh my gosh, I see her pants." And then I think this would like go around over here or something. Probably like a different layered skirt she's wearing. But thank you so much. Oh my gosh. And I'm sure this was not cheap or anything. So I really appreciate this. And he's going to be like, dude, why don't you just get started on it right now? I'm like, well, you know, I already started on so many projects. I'm almost kind of embarrassed by just the sheer amount of like silliness that I'm capable of. I'm like, I just get just so easily distracted. I'm like ADHD. I'm not like autistic. I'm like the opposite. You know, I can't like focus on something and just get it done. I have to like I'm too whimsical. That's what I'm saying. And I'm silly as hell. And then, oh, check this out. This is cool. It's like, you can't see my ass with this. Okay. Well, I guess you're gonna see her ass anyways. And then I suppose this goes like on top of that, maybe? I didn't know. I'm not looking at the instructions, so you know what the hell do I know? I'm just being a silly goofball. But this is gonna go here, and then ka-ching. Oh, that's great. That is great. You see that? That's like awesome sauce. What does that mean, awesome sauce? I hear people saying that. And I just dropped a piece on the floor. Okay, I got more crap to show you, so yeah, I'm gonna put this away. Find that part I just dropped on the floor because I'm a spaz. I'm gonna show you more neat crap. Yep. So this is what else is in that package. It's got a cluster of 3 LEDs. And then you push the thing in the middle here, and it turns off. And then let's push this again, and then nothing's happening. And then you push it again, and wait. There we go. See that? This is so cool. So you do that. You know what I'm thinking? I'm like, dude, this is like Dr. Theopolis from Buck Rogers. You could totally do Dr. Theopolis with this. So badass, man. So I don't know where he got this from. He just kind of found it. And wow, that's like a very, very fast strobe. I'm not even sure if the refresh on the cameras can even pick that up. That's pretty cool. Dr. Theopolis. He's always hanging around Tweaky's neck. He's like beady 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 beady. And Dr. Theopolis is like, Tweaky, walk over there. And then Tweaky's like, I don't wanna. Tweaky, you're gonna be good, aren't you? And then the other one here, you just got one. It's just one LED, and the other one has got like crud on top of it, so I guess you can't use it. And then pew 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 pew. That's cool. And this is the other thingy here. Let me turn the light back on. I'm not sure what's... Are these magnetic? Oh, dude, they're totally magnetic, aren't they? Shazbot. Now, I don't... There's only one wire on this thingy, though. I don't know what the hell that's about. But, you see this here? Check this out. I'm going to put this on the negative here. Put this on the positive. It's just a 2032 battery. And it spins. This is like for propellers. On a model airplane. That's cool, man. That is so cool. Very, very cool. There's only one wire on this thing though, so I don't know what this is about. So I got a couple of things from Shapeways. First of all, this lovely figure here is Asuka from Cyber Formula. And since I have a Cyber Formula race car model, I think maybe I can, you know, it'd be cool to have her as a diorama. So here she is. She's wearing that her cute outfit. I don't know if you can see this or not. However, like her dress that she wears, it's kind of like it opens up on her chest, like there's a heart shape. So I don't know if you can see that when the light gets it just right, but yeah, that's gonna leave interesting tan lines, I think. And then she's wearing like this. She's like wearing a racing queen type of mini skirt type of outfit, and she's got like a visor here. And like the main character from the show, and I can't remember his name. Just can't remember his name. Let's just call him like Mio or something like that, because that's like a typical Japanese protagonist name, or something like that. This is a little bit rough. She's really smooth. I think she's like really, really nice. This guy, on the other hand, is pretty rough. Not too happy. I mean, she's super smooth. I'm gonna have to sand this down. It's pretty crude. But other than that, they're neat figures. I make a diorama. And I have like another figure as well from the series. I don't know, some woman. I don't know who she is. I need to watch the show, I guess. This is the dish laser from Hoth, Empire Strikes Back. This is really cool. Very, very nice. This is 1/144 scale. Very nice. It's a bit bigger than I was expecting it to be. But yeah, I'm going to make a actually 2 AT-AT dioramas. Gonna finish the MPC one. I just recently did another build on that, video on that, and then I'd like to do one for the Bandai, and I'm going to use this for the Bandai as well. And something that I asked him to get me because I couldn't get it in Japan, even though it's a Japanese company, this is called Alteco Eppo Putty, and it's marketed as resin for fish aquarium decorations, and it's really weird because like they don't. Maybe the exact same thing exists in Japan, but they're marketing it as something completely different. Here it's like, hey, aquarium enthusiasts. It will not cloud the water. It's completely reef safe. It's not going to hurt your fish at all. It's not toxic. Anyhow, it's a 2-part resin, and this stuff dries like hard as a rock, and so that's why I wanted to get this stuff to try it out. My friend has used it, and he says it's like totally fantastic. What's this? It's like, you see a dead fish right there? What's that about? It says warning. I'm actually kind of curious because I used to be really into aquariums, but it does not alter the pH level of water. Just really concerned about that fish. He doesn't seem to be too happy down there. I don't know what's going on, even though it says it's safe. Maybe let the putty cure for about 15 to 20 minutes before fixing the coral. Whatever. I'm not going to be using it for coral. I'm going to be using it for models. But yeah, there you go. Swanky neato. Now, something I got in the mail. Now, this is not modeling. It's kind of related, though, because it's cool as hell. Let me zoom out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Star Blazers. $21.99. Yamato $21.99. They just called it Star Blazers because they're dumb. But, yeah, apparently when you watch it, it doesn't even say Star Blazers. It just, it's Yamato $21.99. You're not gonna see Nova Forrester and Derek Wildstar. No. They're gonna be Yuki Mori and Kodai, right? So there you go. So this is the limited edition. Oh my gosh, it's like the special edition here. So it comes with 1 Blu-ray. And that's beautiful. And I'm so glad I didn't get the Japanese Blu-rays. I swear, this would, if I bought them used, I might be able to get, the first couple of volumes for this amount of money, I guess. But, yeah, episodes 1 through 7, okay, in case you're curious, the Japanese Blu-ray has English subtitles, okay? Now, the first Blu-ray only had 2 episodes, and then each volume after that had 4 episodes. But here you're getting a whole buttload of episodes on each disc. That's the way Blu-ray should be. I think that you got 6 or so on each. Or 7 actually. I would think that you could fit way more on each Blu-ray. I mean, you get a digital copy too, isn't that nice? And probably it wouldn't I'd have to VPN or something because I live in Japan. It's probably blocks me. It comes with a neat little book. Oh my gosh, let's look at the book. $21.99 art book. There's the analyzer. See, it's legit, right? Because it has, Okita instead of, Captain Star Blazer or whatever the hell his name is. I never saw the English version. I was kind of beyond my ahead of my time. Kodai, Yuki, Shima. So you got all the characters, or not all, but most of them. Like, it doesn't have Shinohara, but it has Kato, so that's kind of interesting. It has this guy. He's not even... I would say Shinohara's more important than this guy. This is the guy who, you know, leads the coup d'etat, I guess. And there's Dessler. So, oh gosh, Melda. Blue skin, oh my gosh, she's pretty. And then there's this guy, and then there's Starsha, and then Yurisha. And then what's the other girl that died? I haven't seen this in a while, but... Dude, this is so cool, man. And then you got like all the ships and stuff. Astro Cruiser. Astro Battleship. And it doesn't give the actual name. Oh yeah, there's sources right there. Guiderol. Talk to your doctor if Guiderol is good for you. Certain side effects include nausea, headache, vomiting, spontaneous combustion. What's in here? It's just, what, postcards? I wonder. It might be just a placeholder? No, dude. Oh my gosh. There she is. These are cool. So they got like these little posters or like cards and stuff. Isn't that beautiful? She's like, welcome. Enjoy the view of my movies. And then there's this, there's the Yamato. They're not going to call it the Argo. They're just calling it Star Blazers just for the normies, I guess. Normies. I mean, it's brand recognition, I guess, but, you know, whatever. That's why 2202, they're calling it Yamato 2202, and then it has the subtitle of Star Blazers. So I guess they're just thinking more internationally, I suppose. But this is put out by who? Funimation? Funimation, I think. Yeah, and they are going to be coming out with this on the 2202 as well. Yeah, this is Funimation. There another company tried releasing these on DVD and possibly Blu-ray. I think DVD at least, but we weren't sure about it. It's like, well, is it gonna be like Star Blazers or what? But they didn't get too far in this show, and they kind of just gave up releasing them. And I was thinking, geez, I'm just gonna have to spend the money to get the Japanese Blu-rays. And then this was released. So this is part 1, and they're coming out with part 2, which is going to be the second half of the series on Blu-ray. Get down with your bad self, and I can't wait until they release 2202 on Blu-ray as well, because I'm definitely going to get that. And it's finally being shown on TV in Japan, or it's about to, but it's like freaking ass o'clock in the morning. And like, I don't have a recorder like I did. I used to have cable TV, and it had like a DVR, and I could set the time and record stuff and have it on the hard drive of my DVR. But I'm cheap, and I don't have cable TV anymore. So I'll just wait, because I have been renting the DVDs at the store. The rental store, but without the subtitles. I mean, I get the gist of it, and I kind of remember the second series of Yamato, but not too well. And anyhow, I'm just kind of rambling, but you know, it'll be nice to see it with proper subtitles. So anyhow, get your Blu-ray today. Yeehaw. Here we have 2 more of the Eggplane Girls, the special limited edition Eggplane Girl. These are the models with the resin figures, the 1/20th scale resin figures. So we got a P-40 Warhawk right here. And it comes with Amy McDonald. We've seen her before a lot on the packages and such. And this is Mitsubishi Zero, with a new character named Mikumo Shiranagi. Now let's take a look inside. So it's the exact same. It's just a repop of the other kit, and this is an older one actually. It's got some raised panel lines here, and also has some recess. It has both. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it's got raised panel lines and recessed panel lines here for the flaps. The original kit came with like a kind of like a Flying Tigers motif to it. And this is of course just popped in blue plastic. And now I'll need to get my scissors. Let's open up the bag, take a look at the figure inside. I should actually, let's take a look. The instructions, you know, whatever. I'm not going to spend much time on there, but let's look at the decals here. And they're upside down. There we go. Well, now you can choose either a blue bikini or a red bikini. Isn't that great? So it has her top and her bottom, and also the bows apparently, because she has these bows here on the side. Oops, I'm sorry, this isn't a frame. On the side here. And that's what these are. These are for the wing tips, or the propeller tips, but I found it's better just to paint them on. You have clear decals here. If you choose not to do either the blue or the red, you can do your own color. Maybe a yellow with white polka dots. That's what these are. That's super cool. They really didn't have to do that, but they did. And that makes me happy and stuff. You have two different choices for the eyes. You could have her looking on straight, or you can have her looking fairly surprised and, you know, looking off to her side. You have like 4 chances to get it right. So you get plenty of these smaller decals, just in case you screw up. And you got these neat little. That is adorable. That is cute. Hold on, let me refocus this. Is that better? That's really cute. She's riding on a whale shark, and then here she is with a life preserver. I'm not sure. I think these are going on for like the intakes, I guess. And I think these are for the trim. I think this is for the flaps. This, apparently, you can choose, if you're not satisfied with any of these, you can get your own polka dot design and cut this out as you see fit. You do a black polka dot or a white polka dot. That is super cool. Wow, like really cool. And you get the number 3 because this is the 3rd in the series. Now, let's look at the figure. Yeah, I'm going to point this down. Great. Alright. So, the bikini top is not a separate piece as I was thinking it might be, but it is sculpted onto her breasts, and then you have like the top part here. You got the top of her breasts here, which will just fit right on top there, so that'll make it for easy painting. And then you can just do the bikini. She has like this white stripe, the strap here going around her neck. Now her head, you get the bangs that are out of the way, so you can paint her face, right? You got the back of her hair, and then you have the bangs here, which will just fit right on top of there. Very cool. And you have her ponytail that goes in the back, and you got the bows that go on the side of her bikini bottoms. See, there's a locator peg right there, and I guess that's it. She just has one bow actually. Now that I realize. And sandals. Her feet are really nicely sculpted. I'm just so cool. I'm just so glad to see cool stuff like this coming from Hasegawa. I just can't stop gushing over Hasegawa. I do like their stuff. Alright. Let's put this guy away. And let's look at the next one. on the back here. Amy McDonald. So you got the... This is what it looks like when it's all painted up. That's cool. That's cute. So it's not like a flying tiger. It's more like a flying whale shark. That's great. Oh my gosh, I want to build all of these. Alright, here is the newcomer girl. This is what her plane looks like. This is, again, this is a Mitsubishi Zero. She's wearing this lovely yukata. And people might call that kimono. It actually is not. It's actually a little bit more lightweight. And the tradition is to wear these to summer festivals and such. And she has the uchiwa, which is that the handheld fan there. And the kanji is matsuri, or festival. So she's dressed up for a summer festival. And it makes sense because this is a really, it's a very Japanese airplane, because it's a Zero, duh. So you got the nice beautiful decals on the side of the plane, and her kimono has decals to put on. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. Yeah, I really need to start with the first one. I'm just going to build these in order or something. Maybe I could get started. I don't know, I got so many other things to do. Alright, so you got these cute little decals for the girl to put on the fuselage, and here you have several chances to get it right with the fan that she's going to be holding. I believe these, we saw these on her, this is her sash, the obi is what it's called in Japanese. So yeah, you would paint the yukata a specific color, and then do the decals on top. And actually, I was mistaken. What do these go onto? I'm not sure what these go onto. Here are the front and back of her fan. And if you want to choose a different color than red, that's what you would use this for. And then here, of course, is the beautiful floral pattern on her yukata. That's really really involved. And you got the trim. It's got her name on there. If you choose not to use these and paint it on yourself, you may use these instead here. This is the fourth in the series. I swear I'm going to buy them all. I just can't get enough of this crap. Alright? Let's, again, open up the bag. I'm so sorry, Jared. Can you just close your ears? Just close your ears. You can't hear this. Alright. And she is really solid. So you got like one foot is separate. The other one is molded into the yukata. And so this is going to be pretty darn easy to assemble. Looks like you got a bunch of extra flash and crap to take off there around her head. And of course you got a locator peg here to remove. But again, the bangs are separate. Her hair is tied up in the back. And I would probably just like airbrush her face and then just hand paint her hair, I think. That might be the best way to go about doing things. And you got this really beautiful little flower. I think it's going to go in her hair. Yeah, inside of her hair. That's really beautiful. And then she got the bow as well. I believe the bow goes on the back of her yukata. The fan is sculpted, of course, really well. You got the ridges, as you would expect with the fan. You just have to clean up the flash that's in between there. These models are so cool, man. I just can't shut up ever about this neat stuff. Really cool. I suppose I should show the actual kit itself. Raised panel lines. Well, it's a combination of raised and recessed. And it got a bit of a swirl going on here. Maybe after you prime it, that's not going to show. But yeah, these are just the same old molds. So nothing really fancy. And these older ones, they're like really featureless on the fuselage. There's just really just nothing to them at all. So, you know, whatever. Guess I don't really care too much since they're just egg planes, but you know, your miles may vary. So, yeah, neat little part here that goes underneath the cowling, I suppose. So, there you go. Neat stuff. This is also a new acquisition. This is by God Hand. This is a glass cutter mat. Japan. Really? Let's take a look. Oh my gosh. There's that cute Nipper-chan or whatever her name is. Let's see if I can remove the sticker so I can enjoy the sticker. Put it on something else. Let's see if this lifts up or not. Okay, apparently not. That's too bad. Well, whatever. She's cute. Alright, let's take a look at what's inside. Not that I don't know, but let's just take a look here. Oh, hey. Double-sided tape, huh? Weird. You can tape this to something. And, oh, it says made in China. Well, what's that about Japan, then? I don't get it. God Hand. The hand of God. Take this off here. So yeah, it's glass, so this will be really good for photo etch and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I could buy like a pane of glass or a tile or something rather, but this has all the neat little measuring squares and such, so neat stuff, yay. I don't think I'm going to use that sticker though, that's kind of weird. Oh. Oh, that's what this is. Nerp. Check this out. Let me just peel this off here. It comes with cute little feet. You can stick these feet on. That's great. Now, this is a bit of a splurge, but it was my payday. So I ordered this actually from the UK. There was there's a seller called Santa Claus, and that is the seller actually where my friend Mick, he had bought the Yuri. Actually, it was that Korean bootleg, which actually I'm ready to like start the final painting on this thing. It's coming together rather nice. You can see I've did like a prime coat with the V color white, so looking pretty nice. So this is actually the original Fukaya. Now there was some clown on Yahoo Auctions Japan who was selling this kit, and the dingus, he originally had it for like a fairly decent price, for like what I paid for this here in Japan, and then gradually I don't know why, because nobody was buying it, he just kept raising the price up and up and up and up. And then I sent him a message. I'm like, you know, it's interesting how you keep raising the price and nobody is buying it, and what a mysterious phenomenon that is. So, phenomenon. And in response, he didn't respond to my message, but what he did instead was he like almost doubled the price from what it was. So, yeah, he's an ass clown. I'm not gonna buy his stupid crap. So yeah, I living in Japan, I actually had to go to a seller in the UK to buy this for a fairly decent price. Go figure. Now the box is all beat up, but this is an original Fukaya. So this is what she looks like. Now she is 1/4 scale, which is, you know, she's gonna look just great with Yuri, because I don't want Yuri to be lonely. So yeah, 1/4 scale, very cool. And And I'm probably going to give her a darker complexion than what you see here in the picture, because she's supposed to be a lot more, you know, bronze color. She's got like a dark tan. Unfortunately, she's a real filthy girl. Like, I mean, look at this. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of God knows what. Alright, so it comes with a cute little instructional thing here. And so it's, you know, yeah, 1/4 scale. So, is there anything in the middle? No, guess not. But yeah, that's super neat. That's super cute. It gives you how to do your paint the eyes. So, oh, I wonder what this is about. Huh. Well, I'll look at that later, I guess. What is this about? Huh. I don't know. I'll take some time to translate that later. Anyhow, let's look at this. Now, this is original, so it actually has the pewter gun in here. The kit that I have has a really horribly resin recast pistol, and fortunately a viewer, and he lives in I think California, sent me a really cool scratch built gun, and I have featured that on a previous video. So this is the pewter gun, which is actually also looking pretty filthy. This has got, like, it looks like mildew or something. I'm gonna have to wash this off, really. I mean, jeez, but man, this is, yeah, she's definitely to scale. So, like, look at this, right? Same scale. And, right, here's the waist here. I'm really gonna just start cleaning this up, like, right away. Her hair is a separate piece, which is nice. That really makes it easy. Jeez Louise, man, this is filthy as hell. But it'll clean up pretty easily, I'm pretty sure. And here's her torso. Now she's leaning over, so her boobs are kind of like hanging down here. That's why, looking at from this, it looks like they're like boing, like she's jumping on a trampoline. But she's gonna be kind of stooped over. So which means I'm definitely going to have to, like, really weight her legs down, and I'll probably use those heavy fishing weights like I did with the other kit, and mount her to a pole. So apparently she's gonna be like this. Yeah, once I clean her up, do a dry fit, you know, after I cut off all the excess here, I'll get a feel for how she's supposed to look. But yeah, this is really, really exciting. Filthy as hell. Golly. But I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. Yuri will not be lonely. So, yeah, very cool, dude. Very, very cool. And I don't know what this is about. Is that her armpit? It says A. Whatever. So, there you go. Neat stuff, man. Neat. So, as I mentioned before, the Death Star has come out in 2 flavors. Got the regular Death Star by itself, and then the Death Star that comes with the Star Destroyer. And the reason I got this is I picked it up for a friend of mine. Neat stuff. So, last but not least, the B-Wing. But this is, you know, I'm just going to make this a video on itself. Keep this one hopefully a little bit shorter than usual. Now let me show you what I've been working on lately. So what you see on my channel, the videos I upload, I'm only uploading stuff as they come along, okay? Like, for example, I've been working on this P-40 Warhawk for a while now. I actually haven't touched this in several weeks, but, you know, I've been doing this and uploading pictures on my my Tumblr account, And so the soft vinyl figures, I've made a lot of progress with doing the seam lines. See, I finally, oh, it doesn't want to stay. But I'm finally satisfied with the seam lines on the shoulders of Yuri here. These are looking really nice. So I have started to do the same thing with Nadia. And like, for example, like this is looking a lot better than it had before. This is the one where I have the magnets with the detachable arms. I've, depending on how it looks, it's not, I don't know, the resin is still a little bit flimsy, I guess. But still, it looks a lot better than what it had before. So I think I'm gonna be good to go, I guess. Still, it's just a little bit soft around the edges there. It's not totally hard, but still, when it comes together, the lines are not so visible. That one looks pretty nice. And this one here, I've been working on this one as well, getting it sanded down and such. So yeah, as you can also see, I've done the white paint, and to get a feel for how the seam lines are coming. So I'm going to clear this off and show you what else I've been doing. So the DeLorean project has been revived. However, yet another setback. Alright, so this paint that I chose to use, Mr. Metal Color, stainless. Now, I've read the instructions, and I even asked my wife to read the instructions to me, just to make sure I didn't misunderstand the Japanese. You're supposed to polish this, okay? And I did, and for a while it was looking kind of nice. It has like a real stainless steel sheen, but it's totally uneven. I mean, look at that. You know how like the cars in the mid 90s, how the paint jobs got all like really crappy, the paint deteriorated on them like really rapidly. I guess they had to like switch to like some sort of environmentally safe paint because too many children were eating cars or something, or some crazy shit like that. This is what this reminds me of. It just looks really crappy. It started to look kind of nice, but it was really splotchy. And I'm sick of this constant rubbing it and polishing it. On top of that, look at this. See that? No matter how much I rub it, it just comes right off. This paint is just going to be always, whenever you touch this car, it's going to come off. I'm sick of this. So yeah, this car body, I mean, I might try to remove the paint, but this isn't acrylic paint, so it's easier said than done. I showed this to my friend and on Skype. He's like, yeah, you just strip the paint. Well, yeah, right. Well, since I happen to work at a certain company, model company, once upon a time, tee-hee-hee, I happen to get a couple of these extra bodies. At this point, I think I'm just gonna start over. Just paint this, start over. The only thing is maybe I can't remember what paint I chose to do the interior, but I'll have to do that. Yeah. I've come so far. I've had like setback after setback. People were asking me, "Well, what happened to this? What happened to this? Why aren't you gonna do it?" Well, it's because I had some setbacks, and every time I have a setback, it's like I kind of lose interest. This, I can't imagine why, but I rescued this from I think they were going to throw this in the trash. I guess maybe because of this line. But I mean, if I look at the reflection of the light, it really, the surface is not really marred at all by this, and I really cannot find any other imperfections that would lead me to believe that this is a defective car. So I've already started kind of sanding this down, because I know there's like this little parting line that comes along here. So yeah, and just like the other one though, this has like, it's kind of like big in the middle, and this just kind of sinks down on the edge. I don't know why it does that, but yeah, I think I might. I think I'm just gonna just redo the start over from scratch. I've already spent so much time on this that, you know, why not, I guess, at this point. I did get this. Now, this is called Little Armory. This is by Mr. Hobby. It's a lacquer. And it's made for, it says, paint your realistic 1/12 scale model guns. This is stainless silver. It's metallic. So maybe this is what I'm looking for. Maybe this is going to do it for me. Stainless? Yeah. And I picked up some Mr. Rapid Thinner, Mr. Color Rapid Thinner. And I knew from before that it just basically, it's like what it says. You know, it's a thinner and it dries real fast. But it also says here, drying speed when an airbrush is used is faster than with the regular thinner. And when metallic paint is used in particular, metallic particles are aligned evenly to produce a neat, glossy surface. So I'm going to try using this when I airbrush this. So, hopefully, I've already talked to Scott, aka the Kit Base, about you know, how he's coming along with his kit. So, you know, hopefully we can have these finished kind of simultaneously. In the meantime, I've got all the parts in a baggie, so I can just go ahead and just do that. So yeah, there you go. I really cannot recommend using this, really. Even if it looked nice, maybe if I clear coated it, just the fact that this is like, it rubs off easily, I don't know if that would really work with the clear coat at all, but I don't see myself ever using this. I'm going to try this gun color here, see how that works. In other news, my trio of Y-Wings, I'm pretty darn close to completing these 3 Y-Wings. What I need to do is paint the astromech droids, and I'm done. So I have weathered these, as you may see, and I have one video completed, and then when I get the other video done, then I guess I'll be finished. So yeah, I should be finished real soon with these. So yeah, look for videos on this. So yeah, I've had a bit of a Aoshima love fest lately, I guess. I've been finishing up a bunch of projects. The Toyota 86 is coming along fairly nicely. Liking how this is turning out. Had a bit of a problem attaching this doohickey here, this front part, and I used some super glue and kind of made a mess, and so I sanded it down and I polished it, and it's looking pretty nice. It's not 100% great, but I mean, it's way better than it was before. So yeah, setbacks. So yeah, this is almost done. Aoshima. I'm going to be finishing this. You know, I've had Murphy's Law a lot with this kit. I really wish that this had been broken before I attached the spoiler and the rear view mirrors. Unfortunately. And then the black here, I made the mistake of using the accretion paint to do the flat black, and it kind of cracked and it looked like crap, and I had to sand it down, and I used some flat black enamel paint instead. the result is maybe not the best, but I'm just gonna fall forward. I think all I have to do is just assemble this, and then I'm done. Just put it together, really. I have to, of course, do the clear parts, but this is all completed here. So I need to do some touch-up, I think, because the decal had some problems with that. And I guess I didn't do the clear coat. I thought I did, but it started flaking off the zebra stripes there. So I'm going to have to do some touch-up paint and then do the final assembly, and hopefully I'll be done. I've continued working on the Millennium Falcon, doing a little bit of extra piping and such on here. And check this out. So this is 10 millimeters, you know, one centimeter in diameter here. These side docking ports, or whatever the hell they are, I've got these cut out, and they fit. So now that that's done, I think I'm good to go. The thing with the cockpit is I'm going to have to try to come up with my own masking, I guess, to try to recreate the windows here. This should probably sand in smoothly. I have some gaps to fill here and then also here. But yeah, the LED tape is going to be applied here, and I'm going to snake them through the copper pipe through the stand here. So yeah, I'm going to be doing this, and then I think the X-Wings should be ready to go pretty soon also. Hopefully I'll get this done by the end of the year. The eggplane van, now that I have the experience with doing the bare metal chrome, the tape, whatever, bare metal silver, I can probably finish this up real soon too. Hopefully. This is like summer 2016, you know, and summer 2018 I still haven't finished this. This guy here, hopefully I'll get this done. I'm just really disappointed with the dings here. I don't know. I'm afraid of trying to wet sand this, because these are pretty heavy dings. I don't think it's gonna look well if I try to sand this. I think I might just have to fall forward with this, as sad as it is. But you know, it was kind of a messy ordeal with the tape here, the bare metal foil tape. Like, this is supposed to come down. It's kind of loose in a few areas. I'm not happy exactly with that, but you know, whatever. I'm new to it, so yeah. Hopefully, I'll get this sent off to my father. Hopefully soon. Hopefully. What else? I put together this thing here. I've had this for a while, and you know, these are pretty cool. I want to get another set so I can have like another TIE fighter and having him flying in formation with old Darth Vader here, but I don't know if they're even making these or not. I'll have to look. I've looked online. I know Yodabashi's sold out. I'll have to look at some other places. Local hobby shops don't have these anymore, so I don't know if they're going to repop these anytime soon or not. I hope they do. Really hope they do. In other news, what I've been working on, this guy is almost finished. This is the Defender from Macross. I think I need to work this out. This weathering here got kind of goofy. I'm gonna have to try to do yet another attempt at some weathering here. This is already weathered. I got it all you know, with a artist oil wash. So I'm gonna be seeing this. And it came with a Min-May, and so I've got her mostly painted up. I have to do her eyes, and then I'll be probably finished. Oh, I'll also have to paint her shoes too, but yeah. And then like the trim on her dress, I'll have to do that as well. So let's talk about some YouTube comments. So some doofus named Dazed Boy. This is for the Gundam build that I started. He says, "Worst video ever." So my response is, "Worst attempt at trolling ever." The worst, really? I mean, how would you qualify a video of being the worst? Like, how could you even know that?
This is pretty much the worst video ever made.
Napoleon, like anyone can even know that.
So this comment was left on my Fukiware Falls video I uploaded earlier this summer. And MJ Funzone says, "Wow, this place is so beautiful. Big like and hugs from us. Stay connected, dear." Well, that's nice.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Seriously, I don't know who this person is, but they just left this message as though, I know exactly who they are. I've never seen this person commenting before. I have no idea who this person is. Maybe this is one of those clever ways of getting people to check out their channel or something. I have no idea, but I just found this really amusing. Now, these comments were not on my channel, but instead I found these really hilarious comments on the Geeks and Gamers channel. So he did a video. I'm not really familiar too much with modern video games these days, but Battlefield 5. As you can see in the picture, it stars a woman with a cloth or a hand, and she is on the front lines of battle in World War II. Yeah, completely historically inaccurate. I mean, yeah, sure, there were some women soldiers in the Soviet army. There were snipers and such, and also they had some female pilots as well. However, the Allies did not use these, okay? So people were like, "Dude, what the hell are you thinking?" And the typical SJW response that these people at what was it, Electronic Arts, they're like, okay, their premise is that everybody agrees with them, and if you don't agree with them, then you are a complete bigot, Nazi, homophobe, fill in the blank, whatever. They just dish out these stupid blankets, these blanket statements and stereotype people. And yet they claim to be fighting bigotry. It's the same pattern every time. So, to make it worse, they like I said, they assume that everybody agrees with them, okay? So, they thought that they can just tell these fans to just go, F themselves. And, their attitude, basically, they made a statement if you don't like it, don't buy it. Well, the pre-orders for this game apparently have been really extremely low because people took their advice, okay? So Geeks and Gamers did a good video on this, and what really made me laugh were the comments. So look at this comment, Multimedia Music. Okay, this isn't World War II, not to bash on women, but WTF, Electronic Arts. The next guy, rpato92, said, Patrick Soderlund, I guess that's the guy at EA. "If you don't like it, don't buy it." Battlefield players. Okay. Market analysts. Battlefield 5 pre-orders are reportedly very weak. Get woke, go broke. I really don't like this stupid word woke. It's overused, and the people who are using the word woke are completely asleep, in my opinion. The next guy, John Orhun, said, "I'm looking forward to the Return to Kitchen DLC." Downloaded content. Lord of the Wings says, "Finally, a game where I can play as an actual feminazi." I thought that was great. Yeah, so this guy in Next Gen Insanity said, "Sorry, EA, I'm too uneducated to buy the game, apparently. You can keep your historically inaccurate cyborg female lead in yet another Battle Royale game. Thanks. Hashtag not my Battlefield." This guy, where are all the Muslim transgendered midgets who fought with the Allies? That is so great. I suppose many of you guys might know this story already. This is an article on Popular Mechanics. Nazi UFO toy pulled for historical inaccuracy. Well, it's not a toy, it's a plastic model, okay? Revell. So, Revell, but now they're bankrupt now, so I don't get it. Maybe this is Revell Germany. I don't know, because this is like June 22nd, okay? No, the Nazis did not get to space. Who cares? Okay, maybe George Adamski is a total fraud, alright? I don't care. Look, historical inaccuracy? Oh, okay, you know, this political correct police, okay? These same people who are complaining about a Nazi flying saucer plastic model, about it being historically inaccurate, okay, so then, like, what about, you know, designing video games of disabled Hispanic lesbians storming the beaches in Normandy in wheelchairs? Okay, that would be, you know, these guys would total fap to that idea, okay? But here we go, Revell gets zorched for having a Nazi UFO. This is completely stupid. Totally gay. What are they thinking? Well, actually, in other news, I worked at Alashimo once upon a time, you know, a couple of years ago, and my team lead, he went on to start his own model company, and I've talked about it before. I have one of the Fist of War kits, but I have not actually built it yet. I haven't started on it, and I really should, because I certainly owe it to him as a friend to help promote his model line more on my channel. So this is so cool. I saw this recently on his Twitter feed. Fist of War series, the Haunebu flying saucer. This is going to be so awesome. Very happy. That is really cool. So, in Star Wars news. Oh, okay. Star Wars actress Kelly Marie Tran calls out racist treatment in powerful op-ed. Oh, and of course, it's the New York Times. So, in this article, she talks about how an Asian like herself is completely discriminated against living in a white society such as the United States. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that the New York Times will stick up and say something against racism, especially racism geared towards Asians. Oh, oh wait, oh yeah, what's this? Oh yeah, huh, this is the same New York Times that thinks it's perfectly acceptable to add someone on their editorial staff, a really disgusting cretin. This woman from South Korea, who all she does is curse white people the whole time. Okay, yeah. So, okay, Kelly Marie Tran. I'm sorry, but you are one of the reasons, or no, not you. I like you. I don't know who you are, but your character is one of the reasons, one of the many reasons why I have never bothered to see The Last Jedi, okay? I'm sure you're a sweet girl, okay? And yes, there is racism, but, okay, Vietnamese girl, she's complaining about racism in America. I can say, with first-hand experience, okay, being married to a Japanese girl, living in the United States, my wife did not, at least not with around me, and I asked her if she could recall, I asked her about this just today, and she couldn't recall any overt racism from white people. However, there have been, you know, Vietnamese people who are completely racist towards my wife, okay? Like, I had a friend from college. He moved to San Diego, And last time I ever saw him, we were with his fiancée, who was a Vietnamese woman, and we could not break the ice with her at all. It was very awkward, very uncomfortable evening. And it turns out yeah, so this friend of mine, he was a total anime nerd like me, and he's really into Japanese stuff. And so, obviously he had a thing for Asian girls. So he proposed to this Vietnamese chick, and then after they got married, then she really laid it down. She says, "Look, I hate Japan. I hate Japanese people. You may watch Japanese animation, but you will watch it dubbed in English. I don't want to hear that filthy Japanese language." Yeah, I mean, no offense, but I'm sorry, but the Japanese language is complete music to my ears compared to the Vietnamese language. I mean, I'm not like against Vietnamese people, but the language is extremely grating. I'm sorry, but I mean, Mandarin Chinese is like, it's beautiful. It's like wind chimes, okay? But Vietnamese, the language is really bad. I'm sorry. And just the very day that we flew from America to Japan, when we moved back to Japan, that was the last day my wife was in the United States, okay? And she, like the driver for the super shuttle was a Vietnamese guy, and he treated us like crap, especially my wife. But yet he was completely nice to the Caucasian people who were sharing the ride with us. He was extremely rude to us, and I really hated the fact that the tip was already built into the payment. I almost felt like just complaining. I guess I didn't get the driver's name or anything. But yeah, I'm sorry, Kelly Marie Tran, but I mean, I've known Vietnamese people who were born and raised in America whose parents never experienced life under Japanese military oppression, and yet they train their kids to hate Japanese people. Now, Lucasfilm thought they could, suck up to the Asian market, especially the Chinese market. And of course, as you may know, even the really shitty movies like Lone Ranger or whatever can bomb in America, and yet they can maybe salvage their money in the Chinese market. The Last Jedi plummeted it was gone in 2 weeks. I'm sorry, Kelly Marie Tran, but you know who else is really racist towards Vietnamese people? It's Chinese people. Sorry. I'm not saying all Chinese people are racist or whatever, of course, but, okay, I mean, this is a really, really long story, but actually for a while, I was the president of the Asian Pacific Islanders Association at my university, and it was, I was the president of the club, and it was kind of like a Zaphod Beeblebrox kind of a situation. I was president because nobody else would do it, and it was just kind of thrust on me. But with my experience with that, and I had friends who were Chinese, I had friends who were Vietnamese. Sorry, a lot of Chinese people they don't like Vietnamese, and my friend from Hong Kong said that Vietnamese people are like the Mexicans of East Asia. That's his words, not mine. And sorry, Kelly Marie Tran, but now they get an Asian as a starring role in a Star Wars movie, and I'm sorry, but look who did it to you. It's that stupid asshole Rian Johnson, okay? Now, this is the way she looks. She's beautiful. Look at this. Oh gosh, she's wearing glasses even. Holy crap, she's pretty, okay? She's pretty. Look at this. This is she's okay, these people who were trolling her and saying all this evil crap to her, if she would look like this in the movie, those same people, she would be their imaginary girlfriend, okay? She could inspire millions of these people to do the one gun salute. Okay, seriously, those same people would love her. Okay, but instead, look, they gave her this dumpy haircut, and apparently it's not even her real hair. I guess she was wearing a wig. Okay, and Rian Johnson made her this completely stupid character, an obnoxious character, who really screws up the battle at the end, and apparently she's partially to blame for the death of Luke Skywalker, I guess. And then, for no reason, she kisses, what's his name, the stormtrooper guy on the lips. And I guess he didn't even return the kiss. She ruined his attempt at saving everybody's lives. And I'm sorry, but you really need to be mad at the director slash writer slash pinhead, Rian Johnson. He's the one who screwed you up, girl. You could be a total goddess. Okay? You're very pretty. And that's what happens to you. Okay? You should blame the stupid pinhead. But guess what? Hollywood is coming to the rescue. Oh, they're speaking out against this vicious hate. Okay, Hollywood, the same people who are threatening to murder the president, the same people who are threatening to lock Baron Trump in a cage with pedophiles, the same people who are calling Melania Trump a whore. And how about advocating violence towards people who do not agree with their political agenda? Advocating violence and harassment of ICE. These people do not have the moral high ground here. I mean, it's great that they want to stand up against online bullying, but I think they need to stand up against each other and keep each other in check if they're going to be doing this, if they're going to be consistent and not be hypocrites. So I think I'm going to be putting more of these rants in their own separate video, because I know this video is going on, or it's going on for quite a long time. So this is going to be the last thing I'm going to mention here, and this is something that I have been wanting to put in these videos to mention for a while now, and now lately it's making big news. For the longest time, the mainstream news hasn't really been talking about this at all, but now it's a big issue. The epitome of social justice. The white farmers in South Africa. So, okay, this article says the government is considering seizing the land and handing it over to the millions of poor black farmers dispossessed generations ago by Boers settlers. Yeah, this never happened. Okay, there were few, if any, black farmers at all, and certainly not millions who were even forced off the land. Nobody was living in this area. A bunch of white people settled the area from the Netherlands, and they made something nice out of it, and it turned into a rather beautiful country. South Africa became famous for mass immigration then thereafter. And this was even during apartheid. Now, I'm not excusing apartheid, but they took drastic measures to try to protect their country. And so I'm not making any excuse for the brutality of apartheid, but I believe a lot of the motivation behind it was defensive. And I once met a guy who said that after apartheid was lifted, the country it just became a total hellhole, with just trash all over the beach. What used to be like really beautiful beaches just became total trash. And so, because of my YouTube channel, I know a modeler. He's bought a couple of the Alshima DeLoreans off of me. He lives in South Africa, and he's confirmed that this white genocide is real. He said the same crap happened in Zimbabwe, and they ended up giving the farms back to the white people because the black Africans didn't know shit about farming, and no food was being grown. This crap is the epitome of why concepts of social justice and affirmative action are completely depraved. and dangerous. Getting the response from other people I've talked with, they're like, oh, well, what goes around comes around. And this is it. Social justice, the actual phrase, it seems like, who would disagree with that? Justice for society? It sounds nice, right? No, it's not justice. It's all about getting even. And it's the ideology of two wrongs make a right. And I'm sorry, but this is a big, scary problem. And people who are speaking out against it are being labeled as racist. But a lot of these same people are also speaking out against the black genocide in Africa. Just like, for example, Natural News had reported like 500,000 young women in Africa were sterilized due to vaccinations. Now, I would think that these vaccinations were intentionally harmful, especially when you have Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Bill Gates is going around saying, oh, we have too many people in this world. Oh, overpopulation. We need to do something to curb the population. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, by the way, have you had your vaccines lately? Yeah, take your vaccines. Look what happens. 500,000 girls now cannot have children. This is sick, it's depraved, okay? White genocide is sick and depraved. Black genocide is sick and depraved. Genocide in general is sick and depraved. Okay? And if these people, they think that these Dutch people are evil because they came in and they settled the land. Wait, hold on a second. I thought you moonbats were always telling us that we should live in a world with no borders and that people should just go anywhere they want to. That people like Kate Steinle and this new girl in Idaho, they deserve to die, and who cares if they die? They're just white people anyways. Just let the mass immigration come in. Look what's happening in Europe, the mass rapes and brutal murders and the rising anti-Semitism, and I would never go to France. Forget it. I would never want to go to I'm sorry, but the UK is going to be, it's doomed. It's on the way to being doomed unless something really happens soon. Whoa. I heard a mountain lion. I got to get going, so you folks take care and be safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.